What's up, everybody? I think we're doing Braveheart. Are we doing Braveheart?
Yes.
Did I miss that?
Braveheart
Yes.
review.
We are doing Braveheart. Now, I did watch Braveheart. I'm not saying what movie we're doing again. I just didn't know what we were recording first because, as you know, we record all these on the same day. So do not act like I wouldn't watch the movie. Oh, yeah, I didn't watch Faster last week. Watch this one. And you know what? I didn't have to watch this one either because I've watched it 3 times in the last year or so since I bought the 4K. And it looks beautiful on 4K, people. But would the movie be beautiful? Is it overrated? Jesus. What do we got here? And that was me talking to you, Tyler. I refer to you as Jesus now.
Jesus. Thank you.
All right.
Means the world. Not seriously, though. All that.
All right, we got the plot here. William Wallace is the medieval Scottish patriot who was spurred into revolt after the English, against the English, when the love of his life is slaughtered, leading his army into battles that become
Spoiler
a
alert.
war. Well, big spoiler coming up. His advance into England threatens King Edward's throne before he is captured and executed, but not before becoming a symbol for a free Scotland.
Oh, my God. That just makes my dick hard. Seriously.
Super
It
hard,
sounds
dude.
so good.
Came out in 1995.
Easy
Rated
transition.
R.
Rated
What?
R.
Yeah.
I didn't see that
That's
in this
surprising.
movie.
Clocked in at 2 hours,
it's
58
war.
minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Budget. What do we got?
112.
You ready for that?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 115.
I'm gonna blow your minds and say 60,000 or million.
Hell of a job.
72 million.
Fuck.
Worldwide gross 213.
213 million.
Yep, good job.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
too. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I had it.
I know you knew that.
I was hitting the
Yeah.
hookah. Actually, if you read the tape, I wasn't, so I won't win this.
Rodney?
What up? So the actors and
Oh, I just told you. There's no way.
okay.
I sacrificed us lagging on that to make sure you had this ready. And you're like, dude, duh, I got it. You ain't got shit, man.
It's right here. Okay, so Braveheart actually won 5 Oscars.
Who's this Oscar guy? We don't get a lot of those movies on this show. We talk about like stage fright and stuff.
It won Best Picture for the Best Picture.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
4K.
Good name.
Is for the
We got
one best picture
What's that
for the
award
4K. The quality.
It won Best Director Mel Gibson.
Oh my
You want to
god,
explain that?
Well,
one?
who does that go
Yeah,
to?
that's the guy who films it.
that's Mel Gibson.
And then you got Best Cinematography, Josh Toll, who is the person that finds all of the locations and like
We
the
got it.
movement.
Good job.
And then you got the Oscar winner for Best Effects and Sound Effects Editing,
That's for the effects.
Lon
mainly.
Bender and Per Halberg. And then an Oscar winner for Best Makeup, Peter Frampton, Paul Pattinson, and Louis Burrell. Thank you. The actors in this
I was about to
movie.
say, yeah, you're still going.
Mel Gibson directed it, and he plays William Wallace himself.
What a fucking dual threat. You know it? Jesus.
Randall Wallace wrote it, and he did a few movies with Mel Gibson.
Was
We
this
Were
about his
Soldiers.
life?
Yeah.
Because of the wall? I knew it.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been alive a long time.
Really not like the biggest name actors in here, honestly. Sophie Marceau.
But recognizable faces for sure, though.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
dude's in Game of Thrones.
Which
The
one?
Wall. He was the Jorah's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Jorah Mormont's
Yeah,
dad.
yeah,
don't
him.
know
Right
who.
there. Go back. James. James.
James. Oh, he was.
look
Yeah.
familiar?
Yep. You're right. Okay. Yeah. James Cosmo. What an
Immediately.
awesome last name.
Cosmo.
Cosmo. Yeah.
Brandon, it's fucking hot.
It's a good dog.
I
just
turned
hit
on. I turned on the air.
It just hit me.
And then
Yeah, I was sweating in that tough game. Blue
so yeah,
Rhino.
that's yeah.
All right.
Nice.
That's the perfect
All right.
Good
conclusion.
job.
That always makes you sound like you know what you're doing. This one best picture for best picture, and then you conclude with so that's the that's it.
Nothing more needed.
Yeah, we're confident. The world's best worst podcast pushes onward. Favorite character, yeah,
Yeah.
racist ass Mel Gibson's for sure, dude. Dude, I always kind of want to go away from the main character, but there's no way
That-
I can on this, dude.
So that's kind of how I took it, because I think it's so easy, especially with like a movie like this where there's a single main guy. to pick him as your favorite, because that's how the movie's
And
directed,
it's Mel
for you to
Gibson.
fall in love with him. So obviously he's my favorite, but going away from that, it would be his two right-hand guys,
Steven.
Hamish
Steven.
and Steven, the Irish dude. I fucking love
Yeah,
both.
Steven's my favorite
I love
character.
both of them.
Yeah.
Well, if we're doing that, I'll let y'all go though. As you might say him.
Tyler?
His wife.
The dead girl?
Yes.
Is it because she finally gave you some boobs?
Did he? Did you
Yes.
mark
Oh,
the time?
spoiler alert!
I don't know.
Spoiler alert!
No, she was just so beautiful. I did not first watch. I didn't recognize it. But
Oh,
now I'm
dude,
like,
don't make my dick hard
Jesus,
again.
I don't even know who she is.
Why don't you ask her for her number?
I might.
She died, Mel Gibson.
Yeah,
Mel
she
Gibson would whoop your ass, dude. Did you see his battle fair in this? What about you, Smoker?
No,
Some-
favorite
Steven.
character was Steven, the Irishman.
Irish?
Yeah, and there's reasons why as we go further on
I didn't
into
know
the
you said that.
review.
See, if I'm going a different direction, I kind of like the guy, I forget his name, the guy that, like betrayed him.
But then makes up.
Yeah, it makes up for it.
Oh, Max.
Bruce?
Bruce, he
Bruce.
didn't betray him though, technically.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, he's attacking him
He kinda
either
did.
way. Like, and then he
No,
takes
it's-
the mask off, and there he is.
Oh, you're talking about
Bruce.
in the beginning of the movie.
No, towards the end, he's
was,
wearing
like,
the
mid
shit,
of
and
the
he
movie.
knocks him off of the fuck. Like he's trying to hit him off the horse, and then like he ends up taking the
Has
shield
knife to
off.
his throat.
He's got the knife to his throat, and he's like, "Ooh," and he's like, he didn't even kill him. So he's just like, "Wow, you did this." And then afterwards, he feels terrible about it. He's like, "I feel horrible." And then when they welcome
Right,
him
then
back in,
Went to save him and
yeah,
everything.
He
he's
betrayed him. and then made up for it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
You're right.
I
did like Robert
Rodney.
Wait, did
Bruce,
you watch
though.
The Patriot or did you
Yeah,
watch?
I watched The Patriot.
Yeah, to Rodney, a normal betrayal isn't quite a betrayal. He's done a lot of fucked up shit. As we've talked about on Monday Mayhem. He's like, that's far from a betrayal. He
Isn't
just
it-
tried to kill him. It's not a
It's
big
a pretty
deal.
big betrayal right there, though.
Okay, now you admit it. All right, interesting. What about favorite scene? Not action scene, but scene.
What is it, Rodney?
This was not simple. There were so many scenes. I was like, damn.
Yeah, no, there were a lot of scenes in this movie where I'm like, ooh, can that, ooh, but it doesn't. The introduction to Steven was it's the scene that I think about the most from this movie.
It's dope.
Like it's just because he's like the psycho, like the crazy one, and then added on to that scene would be when the arrows are hitting him. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting there. He said, "I talked to the gods, and you know they said I'm gonna make it out of this okay, but you're fucked." Talking to William Wallace,
Yeah.
and he starts doing this crazy laugh. I'm like, dude, this guy's just
He's
hell
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's off the chain, as the kids say. Are they still saying that?
Yes.
Okay, nice. I know. Never mind.
I mean,
We'll go there.
I'm more with Brandon. Like, it was tough to pick one.
Very
There's
hard.
so many, but I really liked when, I think it was like the second big battle, and the two armies are charging each other. The Irish are running towards Mel Gibson and them, and then they just kind of stop. And you're like, oh shit, the Irish guy was right, because he said, like, don't worry about them. That's my island or something. And then it
Yeah.
turns out that they were on their side and turned and started charging
Mhm.
the king or whatever. I really like
Yeah.
that.
Dig
Yeah,
that
I'll
shit.
say the speech.
Yeah, the
The first
speech.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's just
Oh, where he
it's
just like
it's
takes over the
iconic.
army.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They're
he
like,
just-
this is
The
my
people are
army, and he's like,
walking away.
he just shows up and
Are you
talks
talking
shit.
about like when he's saying the like sure you can go home, yes.
the
Yes.
first
Yeah.
one with the paint, the
Yeah,
face paint.
yeah.
Yeah, when he's just like, oh, because they could take our lives, but they could never take our freedom. Yeah, that shit
It's
gets.
so quotable.
It's amazing, and I had the same problem with this one as I had favorite character. I was trying to go away from it, but the last scene, I'm not gonna go deep into. Is we're gonna talk about ending delivered. Maybe it's a
Yeah,
spoiler for
don't.
me, but just freedom like that. I can't. It's too memorable. I was like, I can't do this one. I have to go away. I'm like, I can't though. I just can't fucking do it.
So this
I
is
can't. I want to. I can't.
this is like Jamie's like favorite movie of all time.
Is it?
So
Other than
like,
Thor
and her favorite
Ragnarok?
scene in this is that I love you, I always have. You know, it's just so
oh
simple
yeah,
and
no,
quick.
no.
Dude,
That,
she
they
loves
make
that.
fun of that in basketball.
Yeah, dude, so many movies.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. In basketball, they're shocked. He's like, "I'm giving it all I got, Captain," and he's like trying to electrocute dude awake, and he's just like, "Really?" He's just like, "I love ya, always have." Like they make fun of it because every time I see this, I'm like, they totally like did that in basketball. The way they over dramatize it. I say that all the time, and actually mainly because of basketball. Not this.
Not even this.
Yeah, I love you. Always have. Like, I can picture Trey Parker turning around to Matt Stone and saying that more than I can picture Mel Gibson saying it to his wife that Tyler's going to holler at. Luckily, he's a necrophiliac, so we're good. Team Necro over here. All right. I like how he didn't even deny that. He's like, what does that word mean?
I was like, people.
He's Googling it. He's Googling it like 5 minutes later in the review. He's like, no, I'm not. That'd have been great. Normally, he's like,
I
dude,
know
shut up.
people are talking about in the movie.
Okay.
Is she dead in real life?
Not that we know
It was
of.
filmed in, like,
We can Google
13.
Yeah.
BC or something.
But I'm talking about
Before Crest. That's
Alright.
before toothpaste was invented. I think that's what that means. All right. We on to favorite action sequence.
I guess so.
Sis? No. Just one.
Anybody? Mine would be the battle that ensued after my favorite scene, where the Irish turn and join Mel Gibson, that whole battle, which was like the second big.
Dude, that
battle.
shit turned 0 to 100 so quick.
There were so many turns and like twists and
It was-
inside the
So
battle.
you're talking about the scene where he's like, hold! And he puts the big spikes up
Yeah.
and they get impaled? You talking about that one?
That's
The
the first
first
battle.
No, the second one.
I didn't know if you were counting the first battle as the
Oh.
battle with the girl when she got
I'm talking like the
the
big
second.
war.
Okay, I was making sure. I
Scene.
wasn't sure what you meant by second battle. That it's technically like a full on like we're gonna square up. Whereas the other one was kind of more of just like bitch surprise. Got you.
Yeah, mine's the first battle. Dude, for some reason, this movie is stuck in my head. When they lift the spears
Yeah.
up and them horses hit,
Dude,
I'm
are they
like,
real?
how did they do that?
That's exactly what I thought.
I
this
don't
time watching
understand it.
Because it's 95, so it's like, well,
The
94.
CGI like wasn't.
No, it wasn't
anything
that
like
good.
They
it
really
was-
killed those horses. is
That's
it
what
is.
I'm like. What?
There's like shit on
How
fire.
did it
But in
happen?
reality, it was probably the sticks were CGI, or they were some kind of rubber, and the scenes were
Or
so
they were
fast
fake
that-
horses that they just made look super real. And just
I don't know, bro.
Mm,
They
Those
no.
did
horses
have
look-
fake horses on carts that went like 35 miles an hour.
I
Did
think
read
it was goodbye.
just that scene, dude. Every time I
horses.
see it, I'm like, how do they do it?
Braveheart killed you.
Yeah. I love
Um,
that. In that fight, yeah, that
I'll-
was great.
All right, so that's what I kind of put, but I had a backup scene that like it just as much, but that one's more of a classic battle. But I figured somebody would say it. It's definitely like that opening scene, like when it first shit hits the fan, about like 40 minutes, because there's not a lot that even happens in this movie for 40 minutes, but yet it's still so fucking captivating for some fucking reason.
It's the cinematography.
It's the cinematography and the music. Musical score in this carries this film. This is one of those films that would not be anywhere near the same without the music in it. Like you hear that about like Halloween and shit. Completely different fucking movie, obviously. But they showed that movie without the iconic score, and they're just like, this movie sucks. And they played it with the score, and they're like, all right, this is like one of the best horror movies of all time. This has that type of effect, I think, where the music carries the film to levels it couldn't achieve without it. So I think that's a big deal about it. And then just to finally have that break where you're like, oh, yeah, that's right. There is also crazy action in this fucking movie. And when they're just not ready for it, and then you get the iconic moment where he slits his girl's throat, and then he comes down, even puts his hands up like he's good, and then boom, and he starts fucking everybody up. And then the nonchalantness of him grabbing dude and just, he's like, nope, you're coming over here. And you could say just like, I almost wanted to torture him, but I kind of like the fact that he didn't like expose him or anything. He's like, nope, you're going to get exactly what she got. Against the pole, slice, and just kind of walks away like he's just nothing. Like, I don't give a fuck about you. It's on to the next fucking
Then
thing.
became the legend.
Yeah, that is probably my favorite.
What you got, Rodney?
Wallace, knowing about the ambush, goes up, walks up to those guys, you know, like nothing's going on, and then shoves them into the fucking house. You know, closes the door shut, starts the fire and everything. I was just like, yeah, dude, because it was right after fucking the king was like, or somebody had said that he can smell a fucking ambush from like a mile away.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, and he did. But then you find out she told him.
Smell
so.
this bitch.
But still, he just like, that was how savage he was. Like he caught that bitch on fire and
And
didn't
he
think
even
twice.
They thought they
Man.
had him. He put his swords down.
Yep.
We got him.
I love how
Psych.
later Wallace just says like, I'm not. He's like, I am a savage, but I do not lie.
Yeah.
That was one
French.
of my favorite scenes in the movie.
That's
too.
one of the things about this movie I like too a lot is how, and Mel Gibson is really good about doing this with his movies, is he keeps it like realistic with the language barriers.
Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, dude, it's
I'm just saying shit, but yeah.
But no, the way he does language barriers in movies is like really, really good because if it's French girls and they're speaking in French instead of English, you know, they're
Or
not
would you
gonna
rather
speak
have it in
English.
French?
You could say you broke barriers.
I would say even barriers were
Language.
broken.
Language.
Yeah. How about the barriers on that chest?
Oh, well, I
Tyler?
do have a best line.
Okay.
Okay, well we'll
love
wait
it.
on the
Always
barriers
have.
on the chest. I love
It's
you.
the best line in the movie. Boobs, of course. 38 minutes, 23-minute mark.
Really? There's boobs in here?
38, 23 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 38 minutes, 23 seconds. I rate them a 56.
Out of 100.
Yeah, out of 100.
Is that
It was very dark.
It's just because it's the darkness.
And if it wasn't in
the bright-
4K,
yeah.
like almost to the point where like I bet if you put this on a VHS, you can't even see him. Like when they were making this movie, the director's
How
like, "Don't."
dare they?
Can you imagine the director just like, "Don't even worry about it." Of course, Mel Gibson will see him, but you won't be able to
No
see it
one
because of the
else.
shadows. This bitch is like 67. Like, no.
The technology gets
On
better.
4K.
And she's like, oh, man, dude.
That's like there's this Silent Night, Deadly Night movie, and this dude's fucking this chick, and now that it's like restored in 4K, you can totally see he has like the hairiest ass. Imagine that guy, and it's like, oh my god, you can see all that hair in my ass crack now because this is in 4K. That's got to be like a weird thing for people. How you can't see it before, but they keep brushing up these movies, and it's like, damn, you can totally see everything. Wow, I was hairy. Yeah.
All right, so location. This movie was filmed in
New Zealand.
Scotland
Oh.
and Ireland. And then it takes place in Scotland. So they filmed pretty much on scene.
I love you.
It's
Always
fucking
have.
dumb.
It's so hard.
I
not
love
to-
you. Always have.
Beautiful. Nice. All right. Best unimportant scene. I really didn't find one in here.
Dude, there's so many.
No, there's definitely probably a scene in here that you could relate to that other people are probably like, yeah, like that didn't stick out to me, but this one, I don't know. And all 3 hours, I was like, there's not anything that particularly relates to me that I don't think would relate to other people in some weird way. Didn't have one.
Rodney?
They ended up giving him
Cringe?
mercy. Oh, no.
No
There was
cringe?
no cry. There was nothing about because I've seen this movie like 8 times in my life, and I'm reviewing it, but I also had to fold laundry today.
I was expecting
Had
you
to.
to see this.
Well, not had
more
to,
than
but
that.
I mean,
Jamie
there's
put you to work?
no, there was a lot of laundry, and I was like, fuck. Well, I'll go on and fold because it don't take no time to do that kind of shit. So, but I couldn't fold clothes. I just every time I would turn away from it, something would happen. I'd be like, and then I'd sit down, and then the clothes would just pile up, and I'm just like, fuck. So I ended up like pausing it, getting all the laundry
Pile
like,
up.
situated, and let it sit.
Like every time you turn, like another pile like arises, like you come back to more clothes. Like the
Yeah,
way
we
you
have an
worded that,
assembly belt
it just
going.
drops. You're like, fuck.
I don't know if this would count as cringe per se, but I think it's the second big battle where they're running towards each other. I think it was the Irish, and they kept going back from the Irish to the Scottish. One of the Irish guys is dressed like a girl. Like I thought it was a female. And
Well,
I
they
had
all
to,
wear
like-
skirts, right?
No, it was like he had like a hair bonnet in or something. Like I had to look. I was like, was that a female running into battle?
Oh,
And then when
no.
I looked at it, it was actually a dude, but he was
Yeah, for sure.
dressed like a woman. I don't know
see,
if that was just.
I didn't think it was that bad. It was sexy as fuck. But yeah, I guess you could say
try to
that.
pull it up as Tyler
Pull
goes on
up,
Goofs.
pull up.
Yeah, in the second battle scene, a guy is dressed up as a girl
The guy's actually
going into
impaled.
battle.
Really?
No, okay. That was-
I thought
during
you
the
guys-
last battle, 2 soldiers just stop fighting and laugh at what's going on.
I'm like, look at this shit. Wow.
In the battle scenes, there are obvious wristwatches and running shoes in the background.
I didn't notice that.
During a charge led by William Wallace, a car can be seen in the background on the left.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to go rewatch
A 94
That's a
Honda
good goof.
Civic.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, that's it for goofs.
Nice,
that.
dude.
That's such a badass reason.
Yeah.
Like the rating reason, like rated R for brutal medieval warfare. Like,
yeah.
sign me up all day.
Deleted scenes. I did not have any because I, like Josh, have the 2-pack of Gladiator and Braveheart on 4K. And if you have 4K movies, you realize that 4Ks like never have special features for the most part. Like all these Marvel movies, I have to literally take out the 4K and put in the Blu-ray. This doesn't have your typical 4K come with the Blu-ray option because it's just a 4K here for Gladiator, 4K here for Braveheart. So no deleted scenes here, guys. Maybe everything was so perfect they kept it in.
What? There was no deleted scenes?
There might be, just not on the copy I have.
Wow.
I only have it on VHS. Other than this, I do, but where is it? That's a whole nother problem. Yeah. Did the ending deliver?
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Ending delivers 100%.
That was my favorite scene, dude.
Dude, see, I have a huge problem.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah,
I was curious,
Dude,
because you might actually have one. So you have
the whole scene where they're torturing him is so fucking great. Like, it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them fucking string them up and then have the horse pulling them and like, yeah, that was amazingly hard to watch. And then when he screams freedom,
Yeah.
that gave me chills.
Dude, I know what
Yeah,
Tyler
he just
come over
whispered
today
it.
before the podcast, and it was on the torture scene.
Yeah.
And I was watching, I looked over at him, I was like, dude, look at all these people who are like there to enjoy this like torture session and shit. Like, it's so fucked up, dude. Like,
Had some
today
Game of
someone's
Thrones
getting gutted or
vibes.
castrated.
I
like,
said
let's
we should
go.
still do it.
But
Well,
then they
let's
all
do it
started
then.
shouting mercy.
Not us. Yeah. They turned on them.
Yeah, had some Eddard Stark vibes there when he got killed off. I feel like that's not a spoiler alert. At
Yeah,
this
the
point,
ending
right?
delivered, though.
Yeah, dude, and that's what made the freedom yell so good too. Is because they're just like, "Come on, you just gotta say the one word or whatever, mercy," and he's just right on top of him. He's like, "I got a word for you." Yeah.
Fuck you. That's what I thought he was
I
going
thought
to
he
do.
was gonna like spit on him.
Yeah, the guy just sits
That would
there.
have been great. if
Yeah,
he
the
did
guy
that
sits
too.
there. He's like, "It's 2 words. Finish him." Yeah, that whole thing was amazing. Seeing his like wife in the crowd too.
Did he die?
Yeah, did he really die, though?
We don't see
That's
his
what.
head.
Yeah, exactly. You
We don't
don't
see
see
his head
it.
get cut off.
It
You
was
just
like
hear-
here, you know.
Well, you didn't see
don't
it.
see
You
it
see
at
him
all.
drop
Yeah, that.
the thing.
Let's be real though. Like I know y'all are joking, but like that would have looked
No,
terrible.
Rodney
if
really
you'd have saw
wanted
his
to
head
talk-
plop down, it would have ruined. The
Rodney
moment, I
saw
think.
this
I think
happen,
that's a good
and he was
creative
like,
choice.
"We need to
The
talk
leg
about it
getting
on the
cut off.
podcast." He's like, "It didn't show it," but then
He's
in the
coming
next
back.
scene, it's like William Wallace. He's dead, and they're shipping his body parts to all these places. Like, yeah, he's dead, dude.
He's coming back for Braveheart too.
It's an on-screen.
Wasn't Mel
death, or
Gibson going
off-screen
to play Gladiator Maximus? Didn't
No.
we talk about that?
No.
What was the other
I
movie
know.
he skipped?
death? Yeah.
For sure.
What was it?
It was,
right?
I have no idea. The trivia guy's next to you.
Go watch the video.
I couldn't
Give us
tell you,
another
man.
view.
Yeah, we'll have 4. Do you have?
Anything else for Did Ending Deliver? You ready
Nope.
for
I
trivia?
think it delivered.
See, now I'm going to talk about this.
See, I
I
got
think
a
it
problem
delivered. He's got a problem with her.
All right.
Would you have a problem? Oh, motherfucker.
Your toe.
Yeah, we're good.
What a
Freedom! So you got to scream after you get tortured.
So, questions I like to ask is
God damn.
reoccurring. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other actors who are considered to play William Wallace.
Why do I never look this up?
I know, dude.
Because that'd be cheating, probably.
Can you
Yeah,
all
but the
name
one time I look
any
it up,
of
he's
them?
not.
I'll give y'all about 10 seconds.
Wait,
to
wait,
think.
wait. Ask the question again.
Trey
Who-
Parker.
Who
That's why he
was-
was so good at
Who
it.
is considered to play William Wallace?
Bruce Willis.
Oh, one person. And
Who?
it was Mel Gibson. Paramount wouldn't finance this movie without Mel Gibson.
True, but there were other people that were considered
Brad
for
Pitt.
it. I did read that. I'm going to give you some.
Brad Pitt.
No, I'm going to give you
Daniel
some.
Day-Lewis.
Yes.
More like
Really?
Yes.
That would've been
great.
dope.
Yeah,
Would've made-
fuck
this movie
Mel
sucks
Gibson.
now.
I'm going to
Like
give you
Brad.
the initials of the other people. LN.
DeGeneres.
CL.
Initials, dude.
That was good.
Was it though? No, that was good.
Who starts with the L and
LNCL. Jeff.
Jeff.
There's a Jeff in here.
Foxworthy?
And RW.
Dude, we get what's the initial to the Jeff guy?
I'll give you his whole first name.
Yeah, but the Jeff.
All right, the first one was what now?
LN.
L.
Are they like high profile actors?
Pretty much for the most part.
Dang,
We
dude.
won't stay on this too long, but he's in a movie
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges, that's the Jeff.
Um,
The Ellen was in a movie that
Kurt Russell.
has taken way too many movies were made of it. They should have just stuck with one and it would have been good. And I said the word purposely.
Purposely. Oh, that doesn't help me. I don't know what that means.
No.
Taken.
Liam Neeson.
Yep.
And then
That's
CL.
That'd be cool.
CL.
CL would be
Holy shit.
Christopher Lambert
Oh my God. I keep forgetting how
and
That's a-
R.W.
he was prominent back
Yeah.
then.
He's dead.
RW.
Rip Warren.
Rip Torn.
I'm trying to imagine the movie with this guy.
Ron
Robin
White.
Williams?
Ron White.
Robin Williams.
We just
Really?
all the blue collar.
I guess
tour.
because he had such a good Scottish accent, they were like, if
They're
anybody
good.
could do it.
Ron
Fox-
White, Jeff Fox.
Really, dude, Robin Williams. That would be it's such an interesting one to have on his resume, though. I almost wish in
Would
an
it be the
alternate
same?
world it'd be cool.
I like to see them all make it, and then we just watch all of their
Dude, I can picture him.
adaptations of that.
Yeah, I could picture him screaming "Frida."
All right, so
I think Robin Williams
King
would've
Edwards.
killed it.
was called Longshanks.
Keywords.
Why?
What was the first part of that?
King Edwards.
Okay.
His
He-
nickname was Longshanks.
He started the long spear thing.
What does Longshanks have to do with anything?
He's got long pants. But they call it shanks, right?
No, it's those spears, isn't it? The real tall spears that they use?
Nope. You laughed at Brandon, but he's pretty much right.
What?
He had long legs.
That's what.
Oh
he was
my
6'2", which was uncommonly tall for a man in that time.
That was
William
like
Wallace
halfway
was supposed
joke.
to be 6'5", but Mel Gibson was actually 5'10".
Close.
If they just would have casted Robin Williams.
After several months of filming battle scenes, so just the battle scenes took months,
7.
what was the worst injury suffered on set?
Oh, the dude that got his leg chopped off. That
from the
really
battle
happened.
scenes?
I'm gonna say
Impaled with
broken
the
arm.
yeah. Somebody got impaled through the leg with one of those spikes.
I would go as far as saying a broken back.
Just a broken nose.
That's it?
That's the word.
Damn.
Yep. Out of all those.
I was like
I was closest.
arm
When does this film take place?
1620.
Oh, shit.
That's a lot of 20.
This is
16
like
of them.
14 something, isn't it?
You
That's
can't-
Robert the Bruce. That's
I don't know. Said
It's
at the
a
very beginning of the movie.
34-year timeline. 1280 to 1314.
okay.
I was gonna go in the middle. That was not where I was.
The Battle of Stirling took 6 weeks to film and roughly used 500,000 feet of film.
Jesus.
How many hours of film is that?
Well, it can't be no more than 800 because Top Gun just broke that record. So I would say like 600 hours.
Say 448.
I'm just gonna be in the middle again. 522.
90 plus hours. That's
We were
90
close.
plus?
That's all it says.
So
the
it
fuck?
could have been 5
Any of ours.
million.
Yeah, so I was right. I'm gonna take the
Why
victory.
would,
on
why would they stop at 90? I think it'd probably be in the 90s somewhere.
this. Yeah.
All right, last question. The line, they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom,
I said that.
ranked 99th on the list of Hollywood's 100 favorite movie quotes.
What was number?
It
100?
was one of 3 Best Picture Oscar nominees of that year to end up on the list. The other 2 were Babe and Apollo 13. What were the quotes from those 2 movies?
Houston, we got a problem.
Yeah.
Houston,
I
we
should
have
have
a
thought of that. I
problem.
was so fixated on
And
getting
then-
Babe
What's
first.
an iconic
Babe.
line from Babe?
Oh, I know it's
something with the pig for sure. He said. I know it sounds obvious, but I feel like I've heard
I
this.
haven't watched Babe in years.
It's
so.
it's somebody's talking to. Isn't it something where they're talking to the pig and then they say a certain thing to the
Oh,
pig
yeah.
and then it's.
That'll do, pig.
That's
That'll
it.
do
Yeah, I knew it. Damn it.
No,
I couldn't remember what it was exactly. I didn't even do the Apollo
was
one was
good.
so easy, but I didn't because I was like, let me go with Babe first. I know this. I can't move to that yet. Then when you said it, I was like, damn it.
The Babe one came in at 71st on the list, and
Damn.
Apollo came in at 24th.
Well,
What
do
did you
know-
look up number one?
I wanted to, but
How did you not do?
Jaws
wanted
is
to, I
up
was
there.
working.
Yeah, Jaws has to be top 10.
What you got for scores?
We
Rodney?
need to get a bigger boat.
Rodney.
There's actually a couple
Tomatoes.
Jaws ones.
The IMDb for Braveheart is a
8.4.
What?
8.4.
What is it?
7.8.
What is it?
8-1.
No, 8.4. Brandon cheated.
I did.
Okay.
Earlier, I did.
For Rotten Tomatoes.
Don't film me, dude. Jeez.
Rotten Tomatoes, we got a 78 critic and what audience?
Oh, so we're not doing
84.
Audience. Audience is gonna be
89.
higher. I'll say 91. I'm
84,
thinking it's him.
89.
89,
91.
91. It's 85.
Boom.
It's actually lower than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
As much as this movie is like critically and everybody else loves it too.
It's not even an 80% critically. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like a 78.
All right, what we got for our scores? I'm interested in Tom.
What do y'all think this movie aged well?
So this was my first watch.
Okay, so that question doesn't apply to you. What did you think?
Me, I loved it. I thought this movie was fantastic. I'm gonna give it a 9.0.
Wow.
4.
Oh, no?
0.
Nice.
9.0.
I will piggyback off that and one up Josh, literally, with a 9.1. I love this movie. I will say, though, it's so hard because the movie's so long. Like, the first 40 minutes and through the first 2 battles, like the opening, not battle, but where they invade, and that next battle, I'm fucking hooked into, like, above a 9.5. And then there's, like, the next battle that you love the most, and everything in between there that takes a step back to kind of like an 8.6 territory. It's still great, but it's not hitting on all cylinders for me. And then the ending's perfect, wraps it up. This is just a quality all-around movie. And one thing that, like I said, you cannot forget about is the score to this. The music makes this movie so much better. The acting, so fucking good. Like you said, not even a cringy moment. Mel Gibson, one of my favorite on-screen people of all time. One of his best. Directed it to shreds, acted it to shreds. Freedom! I loved it. Always have. 9.1 out of 10 to me.
Rodney?
I mean, there's not much more to say than this movie is just it's a masterpiece. Like it
It is
is.
with that 9.
It's
The
It's-
pressure's
well,
on you.
dude, like it's crazy
He's giving
because
it a 9.6.
everybody talks about Braveheart, but like when you sit down, like when you really watch it, like it really is truly like a cinematic masterpiece. I mean, it's I'm gonna stick with a 9.5.
Oh man, almost got it. Thought you go one spec
Tyler's
above.
gonna be a 7.
Yeah, Tyler's. This is why I wanted to go
No.
quick because I wanted to
There-
leave it on him.
There are definitely some
He's like 9.8.
high points and low points in this movie, but
Oh,
the low
low
points,
points.
the low points are still super addicting and entertaining.
Oh, so it's bad, but it's fun bad.
I gotta go 9.6.
Woo!
Just kidding. Just kidding.
He got excited.
I'll give it a
Woo! Let's go! Tyler's score.
8.4. 8.4. Yeah.
Low man
What
on
a
the totem
noob.
pole.
No, I'm just
I
kidding.
told
just-
you I was gonna be.
Just question, we don't have to
I had
go
a
into it,
feeling.
but Braveheart or Gladiator?
Braveheart.
I don't know. They're like, I gave Gladiator like a 9.1.
Yeah, I go
9.2.
Gladiator over it.
I don't see. That's tough. I don't know, dude. It's like, dude, they're literally like, beep, like on my all-time list. I think Braveheart's the better overall movie, but Gladiator has a couple more moments where like I'm just more like, oh, like into it, so it kind of evens out. I think I like the plot and just the battling in the Coliseum. I like that vibe more than like a full-on battle. But Braveheart is the better overall movie, so it evens out.
Oh,
They're neck and neck.
yeah. By the way, Russell Crowe, he almost didn't enter his name into Gladiator, and Mel Gibson was their first choice. So if he would have done both of them,
All right, send us home, Rodney.
he probably
Peace, we
had a
love
lot
you.
of money.